All right, let's keep going with G. What are these guys selling?
Сайдинг.
Siding. And what's this an ad for?
Боулинг.
So this is how Russian sounds out English words that end with an ing. What's this store called?
Мегафон.
Megaphone. A lot of cognates so far, so let's look at a purely Russian word. Can you sound this one out?
Книга.
So this is a
Книга.
kniga, a book. And to help you recall the word, look at this. Who wrote this book?
Стивен Кинг.
Stephen King. So just switch these two letters around and you go from king to knig. And this form of the word,
Книг.
without the ah at the end, translates as of books. So basically, Stephen King's name, when you look at it in Russian, almost says Stephen of books, almost. So for example, this place,
Мир книг.
translates as the world of books. It's a popular name. Here's another world of books.
Мир книг.
So to review,
Книга.
is book,
Книги.
this can mean books, plural. It can also mean of a book or of the book. Again, it depends on context. And this means of books, plural.
Книг.
All right, let's go on to our next letter. Let's use a little geometry to get the pronunciation of this one. So this letter is pronounced like the English P.
P.
Note how it's basically the symbol for pi. Right? Pi, P. So tell me, what kind of place is this?
Pub.
In English we say pub, and Russian pronounces it.
Паб.
Next, what's this an ad for?
Попкорн.
And this food?
Суп.
Now all these things, popcorn, soup, and any other grocery item that you can think of, you would find them in one of these stores. Can you sound out that sign?
Продукты.
So it sounds like the word products. It basically is, but it really translates better as groceries. More and more, though, retailers in Russia are getting more savvy with their marketing, so they'll call their grocery store a
Супермаркет.
supermarket. Anyway, what's the name of this clothing store?
Подиум.
Podium. And what service are these people offering?
Пирсинг.
Piercing. And finally, what's this place called?
Планета Боулинг.
If you're getting most of these right, you are doing awesome. All right, let's go on to our next letter.
В.
This is another one I had trouble with early on. It's just really hard for the brain to overcome the English version of that letter. So let's try this. The name Vova is a nickname for guys named Vladimir. So with just your finger on the screen, try to write that out, Vova. Did you do it? And did it look like this?
Вова.
Writing, by the way, is a great way to really master these letters. After this lesson or tomorrow, take a piece of paper and try to sound out pretty much anything. People's names, places, whatever. Basically play with this new alphabet. Anyway, let's try reading some signs with our new letter. Any guess what they sell here?
Вино и сыр.
It's wine and cheese.
Вино.
Is the basic form of the word in Russian, and this O makes it neuter. Now, neuter words take a different ending when they're plural. So there won't be our normal E at the end if we try to say wines. Instead, the O becomes an A. So this says wines of the world.
Вина мира.
On a side note, if you go into the extras section of this course, you can watch a short video that goes more into Russian grammar, certainly more than I can do here. So look for my video called Painless Russian Grammar. Okay, next sign. What might go on here?
Автосервис.
Auto service, right? Notice how the O was an sound, of course, because it wasn't stressed. Автосервис.
Автосервис.
But in other compound words, the O here does get the stress. So this is an
Автобус.
autobus, автобус. Next, What's this place?
Аквариум.
In English, an aquarium. And what are these guys selling?
Диван.
Same as in English. A divan is a couch or a sofa. What's the name of this mall?
Карнавал.
Carnival, right? Before moving on, let's look at a purely Russian word. Really, a purely Slavic word that features our new letter. How would you read this? Emphasis on the first syllable.
Пиво.
So this is
Пиво.
beer. It's the same word in Ukrainian. Same in Polish. Their W sounds like the Russian V. Same in Czech. All right, so far so good. Let's go on to our next letter. Can you get the pronunciation from context? So this letter is pronounced like in English zh.
Ж.
And let's use the mirage volcano to help us recall the pronunciation. So if you forget this letter, try to see the resemblance to a volcano. These are the sides of the volcano, right? And this is the eruption of smoke and lava up here. And then think, volcano at the mirage. And there's your answer.
Ж.
Zh. Now, I'm not up on my history of the Cyrillic alphabet, but I imagine that they created the letter to pronounce all the words that they were borrowing from French, such as this.
Мираж.
And this.
Массаж.
Before looking at some more signs, let's do a quick review. Here are most of the letters we've learned so far. Which ones would you use to sound out
Пиво.
How about this word?
Мираж.
How about soup? How would you sound out the English word life? How about kniga? Excellent. Let's keep going. What's the name of this beauty salon?
Бонжур.
And this Moscow cafe?
Жан-Жак.
Again, it's a French restaurant. Here, look at how they sound out the word Paris.
Париж.
And what are these guys selling?
Джинсы.
Jeans. Remember that issue we had with burgers? To make it plural, do they call them just jeans?
Джинс.
Like these guys, or do they add that E ending to make it plural, like these guys?
Джинсы.
Let's toss in a purely Russian word, one you're bound to see 1,000 times.
Одежда.
That is clothing. All right, take a break, and I'll see you in the next lesson.